Okay, so the big story earlier today is Governor Ducey announcing that all off on-campus learning at the state schools through the spring semester is over, and that includes all school-sponsored extracurricular sports and activities. David Hines is with us now, the AIA Executive Director on this front. This has to just be a crushing day for you with the kids, and just your overall reaction on this, David, when you had to put this out earlier today.
Oh, it's just really frustrating, Brad. This is such a big part of our students' lives. I just feel absolutely terrible for these seniors in their last semester, and all this. I mean, obviously, the safety of our kids, our families, is what's at the forefront. But it's just a challenging time and unprecedented.
Did you have to interact with Governor Ducey? Did he call and seek, or was it just his office saying this is what we're doing and you're done?
Yeah, we've been paying attention. He didn't reach out to us, but we've been paying attention to him and his meetings with the State Health Department and the CDC. So we obviously, the decision really kind of is made for us. When there is no school, there is not going to be any activities.
Right. David Hines with us from the AIA. Again, all spring sports have been canceled. This is not a postponement, because I'm getting questions about this is a cancellation. There's no way that this is going to come back like June, right?
That's correct. And honestly, Brad, there's a lot of things that our kids, as soon as school is over, mid-May, typically they are already involved in club sports, the summer baseball, summer softball, summer 7-on-7 type competition, basketball, etc. So, obviously with no school, there are some states that go later, some states that do summer type activities. We have never done that. So the bottom line is we would have people all over the board on what they would like to do. So we just have made the decision that we will be done. And then kids, when they are able to get out, can go be part of their summer programs.
David, I know it's very early in the process. I'm just thinking out loud. We're seeing now that there are college seniors that are saying, well, you know what, I want to come back and play another year. I can't imagine that happening with high school, but is that something that people will be looking at and saying, you know what, my kid wants to go through their high school experience, another year of being bigger, stronger, faster. We see that in other sports. Is there any thought on that from you in these early stages?
We will discuss with the board, but our initial thought is no, Brad. We have started our season. They did have an opportunity to compete, even though it was just a little bit. We are a lot different than the collegiate scene where they have red shirts and gray shirts and those types of things. Once we start, we have 4 continuous years, semesters of ability to compete. So I do not see that going forward. That would not be our recommendation. These are all questions.
Yeah, and these are all questions that are coming into me just in the last half hour, and there is an awful lot of them. So some of them.
No, I've heard of them too. So yeah, good point. And again, I feel.
Go ahead, David.
No, I feel bad for those kids that didn't get to finish their spring season. But I think that this is an opportunity for us to really kind of look back and really see what's most important in life. And most important in life, there's life lessons that we learn. There are things that go our way, some that don't go our way. This is a learning experience. And as much as we love the competition in high school athletics, it's part of the educational system. And we need to really focus on that. I really do believe that we've got to get back to this is a time for faith and family in our communities, not just me as an individual.
That's well put. I'm getting questions about wages lost for umpires, for referees, for photographers, for
Mm-hmm.
everybody that's associated with sport. And do you see anything happening on that front through the AIA or other means?
Well, all those people are independent contractors. Certainly, we don't have the means or ways to support that. They are not our employees. However, anything that we can look at and work with, I know that through the National Federation and NASO, they are reaching out to officials on any type of compensation or things that could help offset their income. They would work on that through their organizations.
David Hines with us. I appreciate your candor and honesty in a really tough situation, just finding out spring sports have been canceled. The most commonly asked question I am getting now is football.
Mm-hmm.
When does football start to become and have you already started having discussions, David, about perhaps we need to be looking at playing games later in the season, not having games in August, the idea of kids not being in great shape? But let's just start first with the conversation of, could football be impacted? Are you having those conversations?
Well, those are things that we're going to have. We're going to have a staff conference call tomorrow talking about some things for next year, and obviously all things are on the table. But what we've got to find out is just the extent of this and how long-lasting this coronavirus is going to be. I don't want to even assume that we would make any decisions at this point until we know more information and we get certainly closer to time. But I think we will have to prepare for obviously best case scenarios and worst case scenarios. The time that we can get back out of being locked down at your homes, or being able to get back to work, being able to get back to school, a lot of that will be dependent on when or if there are any restrictions when it comes to mid-July to early August.
Right. And I think that's when the Olympics was taken off the table. I think that's when I first started to look at, okay, this is going to impact. I have a high school son. It seems to me with the calendar, and then some smarter minds than I'll ever be on the college front, and even the NFL now, it's starting to come out there. Maybe we're not even going to see a season. Maybe we need to do a truncated season from people that would know internally. So that's why I'm going down that path with you. And again, we're getting overrun with those questions.
Absolutely. Those are great questions. Those are great questions. And honestly, there's a lot of unknown to that, Brad. We have to be prepared to make the decisions that are in the best interests of our country and our state and counties. And what we don't know is just how long this is going to be in effect and affecting what we can do as a community and as a state and a nation.
David, I'll let you go off that. I appreciate your time and insight on a difficult day. Thank you as always.
I appreciate the call, Brad. Thank you.